What's up, Pirates? Ray Talks here with Awaken TCG, and today we have another CS reaction video. So today it is going to be a Enel versus a Yamato. This was the finals of the last CS that happened, and so we're going to see this match. We're going to commentate over it a bit. You know, I haven't seen this. I didn't see any matches at all from the last one that happened last weekend, and so we're gonna go into this blind and mute that real quick. We're gonna go into this blind and basically see what exactly happens. I'm very interested to see this matchup. I'm not too sure on too many of the OP06 matchups, but I know Sakazuki is not the best deck in format, or at least to my knowledge. I feel like it gets rushed down by Yamato, and it has a bad matchup into Moria. Earlier on, people were saying Moria is actually the first matchup where it's like you don't auto lose to Saka, right? So that might be the best matchup or the best deck in format in my opinion, because we're seeing it the most in OP06 so far. So turn 1 Enel does nothing. Turn 2 Yamato plays a searcher, and now it goes back over to the Enel. He swung 8k at lead, and the Yamato took. So now it is the Yamato's second turn, and usually what we see is the Yamato is going to attach 4 here, swing 9, double attack, and but I'm not sure in this case if he has maybe like R long in hand, or it depends what he wants to do for this turn, but I think it's an okay action here. So he goes with an Onami. So the Onami makes his swing here a double attack banish. So Onami is a 2-drop card there that makes one of your characters or your leader banish. So he swings 7k at lead with banish double attack, and obviously the Enel is going to give him 2 cards for that, right? So the Enel gave him a 2k and a 1k to block out of the attack, so he is safe to keep his 2 life up top. And now he is on his next turn. He is going to go swing in 6k into the Yamato. Let's see how the Yamato responds. Is he going to take life here, or is he going to potentially block out again, right? He blocked out, or is he can play aggressive, right, and take, or he can be defensive and block out. So you know, this is a crucial turn, I think. So he's gonna end up taking. Okay, so it's very interesting. He got a trigger. He got a 2k cost trigger, but it's on play, discard 1, or it's a trigger, a discard 1 play. And so he does actually end up wanting that body on board. He's gonna decide to discard a card and keep that body on board. Is gonna help him pressure the Enel a lot more this upcoming turn for sure. And now he's deciding what card exactly he wants to discard. He does have quite a bit of options here. As you can see his hand. Well, you can't see his hand, but I can see his hand. He had a good variety of cards there. So he ends up going with a 7-cost Enel into the trash. The Enel then plays a 4-drop 6k body that heals 1 life. And I think to activate it, you have to either be at 3 or less, or your opponent has to be at 3 or less. Life, don't quote me on that. I'll have the card up right here if you guys want to look at it. And so now it is the Yamato's turn. He is debating on what exactly he wants to do this turn. After some deliberation, he is going to play 2, or he's going to rest 2 for Onami, and he's now going to swing 9k at the Enel banish. So that means both of these cards get trashed, and he doesn't get them in hand, which is a pretty big swing. The Enel there not having 3 counter cards is kind of crucial. That basically just ruined his whole tempo, and now he's down to 1 life, and it's not looking very good. It is not looking good. I think the Yamato here is sitting pretty. The Enel did go first, so he is off curve. Well, I guess he's on curve for what he wants, but it's definitely a curve you want to be on. If you're Yamato, you want to go second, right? I guess you want to go first. I wonder who won dice roll and who decided to go first or second. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too knowledgeable on this matchup in particular, or like maybe who wants to go first or second, because I know that is very crucial in this game. And so, you know, it'd be interesting to see that. Here we have the Enel debating his turn. He's at 2, 4. I was counting up the done. Switched cameras. It's all right. We'll go ahead and count up. I think he's at 7, 9. No, I think he's at 7. Could be at 9. So go ahead and wait for the camera to switch back. So there's his hand, right? 2 Yamatos, a 7 mom, two of the 4-drop events that make you trash life, but also your opponent, and then it does have another effect. But it's like the Enel's in a rough spot. After that, taking that double attack, banish, trashing 2. Okay, so he was at 7 Dawn exactly, and he plays a 7 Mom. Now, the Yamato gets to decide whether or not to take a life or have your opponent heal a life, right? So you're going to trash one or give one. I think from my perspective, I'm going to give one here. I'd rather give one because I'm a double attack leader, right? So you're going to get a double attack off and make that Enel, take both of his life right away if you're swinging heavy with your leader. So he ends up giving a life, which is very interesting. So he's very confident in his defenses, knows exactly what his next turn is going to be. And potentially he's going to, try to go for some good damage next turn. So he swings and he blocks both of the attacks, right? So he knew what was coming. He knew the 5k and the 6k were coming. So he opted to take life, and that way he could, just block out with his counters in hand because he knew what was coming, right? It's telegraphed. When you play 7 and you use all your Dawn, you got 2 characters on board, or you have leader and character on board, you can go 5-6. So he's very confident in how his next turns are going to play out, because that's the only reason you ever take life. If you're uncertain, given a life in a matchup like this, I don't think it's too bad, especially because you're Yamato and you have that double attack. Like I'm saying, you can just, double attack, make your opponent take, and then you swing 2 more times at the Enel and win. But he was confident and did not want to give him an extra, potential trigger, right? Which makes sense. So now he's going to swing 7 at life, I believe. Yeah, he's going to swing 7 at life here, and he's going to take. Interesting. And it is a trigger, but I don't think it's a trigger he wants. Definitely not a trigger he wants. And the reason why he doesn't trigger and play that, I believe, is just to show he has more cards in hand. Because he's kind of bricked up. If you guys can see right there on the screen, he has 2 events. I believe that 2 Yamatos, at least 1 Yamato that I can clearly see, but he has 2 events, so 3 cards in his hand are definitely bricks, and then that 1 life that he just got is also a brick, right? So he is kind of in rough shape. I think if the Enel actually goes for game here, he probably has it, which is very interesting. So he is now going 7, and yeah, so as you can see the hand, he's basically bricked up there. And I think he just picked up another brick. Oh, wow. So, I mean, this is a crucial moment for, and I think the Enel's or the Yamato is gonna go for it. That's very interesting. That's 3k plus 5. Oh no, it's 3k plus 2, and then using the Yamato effect plus another 2. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 9k swing. And I don't think the Enel can get out of it. Yeah, that was brutal. The Enel was really bricked up. He had no counter in hand. Oh, I feel so bad. That was a really, really quick match, guys. I didn't expect it to be that fast. It's only been 9 minutes since I started commentating this, but it was a good match. It was a great match. Definitely didn't expect, all that. Obviously, Yamato's fast pace. It is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed that match. Definitely having all my OP05 stuff sorted out is going to allow me to free up some time to make some OP05 content, some IRL gameplay, dive deep into certain matchups, certain leaders. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Starting tomorrow, we're going to get some banger OP05 content out for you guys. Anyways, if you guys aren't subscribed already, go ahead and drop a sub to our channel. So much of you guys are watching our content and enjoying it, but not subscribed. So make sure if you check right now, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for us. Like this video, comment down below, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.